Alright guys, welcome back. Today's video is another quick tip. If you aren't familiar with my quick tip videos, basically I talk about a topic in or around the 5-minute mark. And for today's video, I wanted to talk about how to give your skin that really bronze injected look without having to apply self-tanner, without having to go out and get a darker foundation shade. Basically, you're just going to need a few products to help bump up your routine, and that's what I'm going to show you today. So let's go ahead and start out. The first thing I would suggest is getting a tinted primer, a primer with some type of color in it, maybe something that might have bronzing properties. I've recently discovered the new L'Oreal True Match Illume Glotions. This is what they look like, and these are awesome. Not only do they add a glow to your face, but they do add color. They do come in fair, light, medium, and bronze or dark is the deepest one. I'm actually going to mix the medium shade and also the light shade today for my base, and these are just really, really lovely to kind of bump up your complexion. And as you can see, they've got a hint of color to them. And this way you don't have to go in and alter your foundation color. Your foundation will kind of morph to whatever is underneath it. And I've just really been loving these. Very inexpensive at the drugstore and really nice to use not only as a prep moisturizer but also as a primer. Okay, as you can see, my face already has a bit more color, definitely some more glow going on, so we're going to move on to the base. I absolutely love Charlotte Tilbury Unisex Healthy Glow. I use this in my videos all the time. It is very expensive though, and honestly, if you want an affordable option that works in a similar way, I would definitely recommend just picking up a darker color in the L'Oreal Glotion, maybe a shade up from what you normally would be, because we're going to be adding this to our foundation. It's not like it's going to be something that you're going to apply all over the face and your face is going to end up looking super orange. It's basically a foundation enhancer. So I'm using MAC's Next to Nothing face color, and I'm using the color I would normally use, which is Light Plus. I'm not altering my foundation color. I find if you alter your foundation color to try to look darker, you're just going to end up with, you know, the infamous line that everyone hates. So I've got my my base right here, and I'm just going to add a small drop of the Charlotte Tilbury product, and you can see it comes out white, but once you see me rub it into my skin, I think you'll understand what I'm talking about. And this kind of just, it really just enhances your foundation. It takes your foundation to another level. I don't know what it does. I think it does have some blurring properties in it, and that may be why I like it so much. But again, if you do not want to splurge on this, just getting a L'Oreal Glotion in a darker color would be just as good. So I'm actually applying this with my hands. That's how I like to apply it, and I'm just going to massage it in. So let's talk about concealer really quickly. If you want your skin to have a little bit more of a tan appearance in the wintertime, I would definitely recommend not going with a concealer that is ultra highlighting for your under eye area. Right now, I'm just using a color that is pretty much my actual skin tone right now, and it's the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Canelle. And by doing this, you're not whiting out your under eye, you're not adding that extra paleness to your face, and I just find that this is something that really helps me out, especially in photographs. I don't just have that blinding under eye highlight that adds to the fairness of my skin. So I'm just applying the concealer that is my actual skin tone, and I'm blending it out with a sponge. Duh. So anytime I want to bump up the level of bronziness to my skin, I will apply a cream bronzer. This one is from Hourglass. You can use any cream bronzer that you can find or that you like personally, but I just find that by doing this, again, it kind of adds that underlayer of bronzeness. It adds this dimension that you just don't get from applying a regular powder bronzer. So I'm going to go ahead and just apply a tad bit of this all around my face, the perimeter of my forehead, pretty much everywhere that I want to look bronze. Now that I've got that cream product laid down, I've just applied a bit of translucent powder all over to set everything, and now I'm going to go in with a bit of a powder bronzer just slightly over the top. I don't want to do this too heavy. Obviously, we don't want to end up Oompa Loompa status. I'm using my bareMinerals Warmth because it does have a very warm undertone, and I just find that it always manages to make me look like I got a bit of a tan going on. So I'm just applying that with a Real Techniques blush brush and just, I mean, really no rhyme or reason. I'm just gonna pop it all over. All right, so before we finish up, just a couple more recommendations. I would definitely suggest going for a more warm tone blush and also warmer shadows on the eyes, just to keep everything cohesive and bronze looking if you truly are wanting to go for more of that tan look. I just find that anytime I use a blush that's more cool tone when I'm trying to look bronze, it just doesn't really mix. So pick out your warmest blush and your warmest shadows, or you could even use your bronzer on your eyes, and I think the look will be really cohesive. So I'm going to finish up by doing the rest of my face, and then we will come back and you can see the completed look. All right, so here is the final look. I kept the eyes warm, the lips warm, and the cheeks warm, and overall I'm feeling pretty bronzy. I'm feeling pretty glowy to be about a MAC NC20, NC25 right now. A bareMinerals fairly light. This to me looks bronze for my skin tone. So I hope I gave you some suggestions on products and some tips that you can do to really create a nice bronzy glow in the dead of winter time. That is a huge problem for me. I always feel most days that my makeup is just a little bit more on the dull side, the pale side, and this is just a little routine that, you know, gives me a bronze pick-me-up. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.